What is up, social fam? Look, today you are in for a treat because I'm going to share with you my digital marketing strategy for how I plan the marketing strategy for all of my online courses, digital products, and online services. Okay, so if you can see, we have this little graph back here in the middle. Listen, I have been working on my business strategy and planning for the entire year. So don't mind the other things back there. We're going to focus on this chart right here in the center, and I'm going to show you how you can build a digital marketing hub and walk you through step by step of my exact process. So let's get set up. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already while the intro plays, and I will meet you on the other side.
There's no stopping me now. I know my shot, sit down. Money's all over me. I'm called to be rich and be free.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Social Land. This is my internet home where I help you to go from confused to the ethical cash generating boss that we both know you are meant to be. In today's video, we are talking all about digital marketing strategies for online service providers, whether you are a coach, consultant, course creator, freelancer, it does not matter. And today I'm going to show you my behind the scenes digital marketing strategy so that you can implement it for yourself. So I wanted to make this video. I have been so deep into planning for the next year, and one question that I get a lot is about like how I decide what marketing channels I'm going to use and what do I do if they're effective or not effective. So in today's video, I'm actually going to walk you through my process. I'm going to show you the 3 must-have things you must have in your digital marketing strategy, and then I'm going to show you how you can build out a digital marketing hub so that your marketing strategy pretty much operates like a pipeline where you can generate predictable leads that lead to predictable sales. So a lot of people just kind of throw things at the wall and say, look, I'm gonna figure out what works, I'm just gonna try it all, and that is the wrong way to go about your marketing. So in order for me to show you my strategy, let me just take you in the office and then I can show you my diagram and how it all works. All right, so let's head over to the office and I'm going to give you all the tea. Now let's get into actually building my strategy. And so the best way for me to walk you through this is to focus on just one product or service. So for the training purposes of this video, I'm going to actually walk you through my step-by-step process for creating a digital marketing strategy for my Plan Correct workshop, which is basically an annual business planning session. Now, before I actually get into the strategy, I want to just start by explaining the 3 must-have things that you need in your marketing strategy if you want to actually get results, okay? So number 1 is you have to have some type of strategy to generate leads, right? You need to get leads into the top of your funnel. Once you get leads into that funnel, you have to have a conversion system or a conversion strategy. How are you actually going to convert those leads into paying clients? And then last but not least, you have to have something to offer. You have to have a product or service that is at the core of your funnel, where you're generating your leads and what you're converting people into. So when you look at my diagram here, you'll notice that this is basically kind of like a funnel. If you were looking at the funnel, like looking down from the top, this is actually kind of like a funnel, right? You have the small circles on the outside. This is going to represent your lead generation strategies. And then you have this gold circle in the middle. This is basically going to be the conversion system or strategy you're using to actually get people into the offer. So in this big white circle in the middle, this is going to be whatever your offer is. So for this example, this is going to be my Plan Correct workshop. So this is my core offer that I want to actually build this digital marketing strategy for. Now, the next thing you do once you know what your offer is, you have to decide on a conversion strategy. What is going to be the core marketing strategy or channel that you're going to use to funnel leads into your offer? So it's the end of December while I'm filming this, but I've actually been promoting my Plan Correct workshop since like the end of November. So I started with pre-orders and I did it solely to my email list, and then I ventured out into Pinterest. So I've already kind of started somewhat building my marketing funnel, and I'll leave the link for my marketing on purpose workshop down in the description or the pinned comments. And basically this walks you through this process for how you can build your marketing hub. But essentially, and before you can build this entire hub, you have to start with just one spoke, right? So you have to have one lead generation system, you have to have one conversion system, and one offer. And so a mistake that a lot of people make when they create offers within their business, they will just have one overarching marketing strategy. Okay, I'm going to use Instagram, I'm going to use email, whatever it is, and they just apply that same strategy to all of their products and services. But if you want to have high converting sales funnels, generate predictable leads that lead to predictable sales in your business, you need to have, for every offer that you have, every product or service, you need to create an individual hub, right? You need to have a lead generation system, a conversion system, and then the core offer that these lead into. So instead of just saying like putting your business in the core here, or like service versus product, literally do this for each and every product that you have in your business. This is exactly what I do. I will create one of these diagrams for every product, every course, every coaching program, every service package, right? I create one of these wheels. Now that I have the core offer in the middle, what I need to do is decide on a conversion system. How am I going to convert people to get them into this workshop? And I already talked about how I pre-sold this to my email list, and I've already done pre-sales as well as marketing throughout December. If you're on my email list, you already know I did a 12 days of Shiftmas promo. And basically during those 12 days, I promoted this Plan Correct workshop. So my conversion system is going to be email. And you can have more than one conversion system, but just for simplicity, I'm going to keep this at email. Sometimes I may have two conversion systems, so I'll have like email on the top and then I'll have like webinars on the bottom or something. Now, if you can tell, now that we have our conversion system, how I'm actually going to get people into the workshop, get them on my email list. And once they're on the email list, I'm going to send them a nurture sequence that tells them to sign up for the Plan Correct workshop. Now that I know what my conversion system is, I need to start working on my lead generation. So I've already been promoting and pre-selling this on my email list. And one of my go-to proven strategies that I always use when it comes to promoting like workshops like this, digital products, is Pinterest. I know y'all thought I was going to say Instagram. No, I use Pinterest, right? And I may put up some of the pins, and I do a lot of infographics around business planning, and they tend to do really, really well on Pinterest. So you'll notice with this arrow here, it's a little bit thicker than the rest of these arrows on the other green circles. And then on the pink circles, we kind of have this dotted arrow here as well, right? So this thick arrow right here is, so if you don't have a marketing strategy at all, what you want to do is you want to come up with one lead generation strategy that you can implement that leads to your one conversion system for whatever product or service it is that you are offering. So essentially, to start, you don't want to fill in this entire chart, right? Because you're going to get overwhelmed, you're going to get stressed out, burn out, and you're probably not going to produce as good of results as you could if you focus on one pipe at a time. So this is an entire marketing hub, but before you can have a marketing hub, you need to have a marketing pipeline. So that's like this singular line that you see here. You have your Pinterest lead strategy that goes into email, and then email to ask for the sale and tell people to register for the workshop. Now, Pinterest is my tried and true strategy that I've used in the past. So I started with Pinterest. All December, I pretty much created pins. I created, I want to say probably 10 to 15 pins already on Pinterest. I'll pop up some of those so you can see what has been working really well for me. And in addition to Pinterest, what I want to do now is fill in the other green circles. So I want to explain the difference between the green circles and the pink circles. With the green circles are going to be the first green circle here is your primary lead generation strategy, right? If you've had other marketing campaigns in the past, this is going to be your fail-proof, tried and true strategy that you know has worked for you in the past. And if you've never launched anything, you've never had a successful marketing campaign, then this needs to be the primary strategy that you think can generate you the most sales in the least amount of time, right? That's what you want to put here to market and test first. Once you have your core strategy set up and it's working efficiently, it's running smoothly, then you want to expand to the other green circles, which is going to be if there are any other tried and true marketing strategies that you've used in your business, either to promote this product or service or similar products and services, then you want to use those in the green circles. All right, so now I'm going to fill in the other green circle with other marketing strategies that I know have worked for me in the past. So I've always been really successful with YouTube content, and that's using both YouTube videos similar to like educational style like this one, as well as posting about the workshop on my YouTube community feed. So I'm going to use YouTube for this. And then something else that works really well is LinkedIn. If I just make posts on LinkedIn or post blogs about business planning, it typically performs really well on LinkedIn. And then, of course, lead magnets. So particularly for this business planning workshop, I think what I'm going to do is create a business planning checklist that basically just highlights like the 9 categories that I go over in the workshop. So the checklist will have a category for like operational efficiency, and it'd be like allocating resources, reviewing and assessing your tech or whatever, right? And so basically I'll have a checklist that aligns with the sections that I actually cover in the workshop. So we're going to have a lead magnet over here for a planning checklist. Now, these are going to be all the strategies that are tried and true. I've used them in the past, and I know they typically perform well for me. Now you're like, Ebony, what about the pink circles? What about the pink circles? Listen, okay, with the pink circles, this is something that I tell my private clients all the time. Do not be afraid to experiment and test out different strategies within your business. So many people will kind of just look at what other people are doing and say, oh, I'm going to do that too. What everyone says I should use Instagram, or well, I'm going to rely on Facebook groups or whatever it is. And it's fine if you want to use those strategies, especially if they're your tried and true strategies, right? You've been successful with getting clients and getting sales that way in the past. but don't be afraid to experiment. So with the pink circles, this is basically going to be lead generation strategies that maybe you've used them in the past, but they didn't necessarily produce the results that you wanted, but you think you figured it out, so you want to give it another try. Or maybe you tried it on a service and it didn't perform well, but you're like, this is a product, maybe it will perform better. So with the pink circles, what I'm going to do is actually put in marketing strategies that I want to test out and experiment with in order to actually promote and get sales for my planning workshop. So the first strategy that I want to actually test is going to be SMS text messaging. And listen, I have to be very honest. Y'all know, typically when I had coaching programs or whenever I promote high ticket online courses, typically my go-to marketing strategy is webinars. Webinars are one of the fastest way for me to generate leads and get sales in a short period of time when it comes to high ticket offers. And whenever I do webinars for the last, I want to say probably at least 4 years, I have added a option, a field for people to enter their phone number, and it's optional, right? But the majority of people, I would say probably 80% of people, still actually add their phone number, even though it's an optional field. So now I have all these people on my email list and in my ecosystem where not only do I have their email address, I also have their phone numbers, but I have not been doing a good job when it comes to sending out text messages, reminders, and updates and announcements. So that is one of my goals for this year, is to actually start leveraging SMS text messages in my marketing strategy. So I want to test it out with my workshop, and I want to actually implement a text messaging to send out maybe a weekly promo on the weekends, like a flash sale, just updates, maybe planning tips or something like that. So I'm going to experiment, finally take advantage of those phone numbers that I have and use SMS text messages. Something else that I want to test out is going to be just using the SEO on my website. So for the last year or so, basically what I've been doing is I'll take my YouTube videos and I will turn that YouTube video into like a blog post and then post it on my website. And what I've noticed is I have a lot of blog posts that are actually generating a lot of leads and traffic. So I did a YouTube video a while back on like 3 easy steps to find your client avatar with ChatGPT, and that blog post, I did a YouTube video on it, and I just put that YouTube video on a blog on my website, and that is generating more traffic to the blog post on my website than the actual video on YouTube. So it got me in this mindset of thinking like, if I'm generating this traffic, and I wasn't even trying to like generate traffic or rank for it or anything, which is crazy, but it got me to thinking about really leveraging my website more when it comes to not only generating leads and traffic, but getting sales for specific products. So for this Plan Correct workshop, my goal is to create a few blog posts that are related to business planning on my website to see if the SEO brings in more traffic and sales for this workshop. But I don't know how this is going to go or if it's going to work. So that is why I'm testing it out. And that is why it is in the pink circle. Okay. This is all testing based on theory. All right, so let's move on to the next pink circle, and something else that I want to test out, which is going to be kind of unique to this Plan Correct workshop. I have a client that is doing really, really well when it comes to user generated content. Now, her business is a little bit different. She has a subscription box service that basically teaches kids about social justice issues. So each month when you subscribe to the box, kids get a box in the mail, and each month there's a different theme, and it basically has different games and activities, or maybe like a coloring book or something based on whatever that social justice theme is for the month. It also has like some pamphlets and resources for the parents for how they can talk to their kids about social justice issues or introduce these topics to their kids. So for example, one month may be about like how to deal with race and racism, or how to talk to your kids about gender identity or something like that. And so one way that she generates a lot of sales for her subscription boxes is through user generated content. And so I've always been like, how can I apply this to my business as someone who provides digital products or someone who pretty much provides services? And it doesn't really make sense for me in the service aspect, but I think with this Plan Correct workshop, this would be a good way for me to actually test this out with like influencers who are in the, online business space, online service providers, just entrepreneurs who are coaches, consultants, freelancers. And so I want to do some user generated content and test out if I actually have people create UGC videos for, like, I'm not on TikTok or like I'm not on Instagram, but maybe if I have people create this content and have that presence on those sites, it will actually generate sales and interest for the Plan Correct workshop. So again, this is a theory. I don't know if this is going to work, but it is something that I want to test out. All right. And so I have one more idea that I want to test out, and I could add it up here with Pinterest, but I'm going to make it its own separate thing, because with Pinterest organic marketing, I pretty much have a strategy and I have that down pat for the boards that I have, the type of pins that I create. But something that I want to get into and test out is going to be paid ads and paid ads on Pinterest. So one thing that I want to test out is creating maybe 2 or 3 different iterations of a Pinterest pin that promotes my workshop. I noticed when I post pins about like if I post a pin that's just a promo for my workshop and it's like sign up now, then it doesn't get as many impressions as if I would post a infographic that has like steps to prepare for annual business planning or something, or if I have a list of things that you should do. Like, I find that those pins perform better organically than if you just have a promo that's like, hey, buy this thing. So I want to test out some Pinterest ads with iterations between I'll probably do one that has like 3 different versions of just like a straight up direct sales pitch, just like sign up for this workshop. And then I'll also do a separate one that has different iterations of like the infographics and the list and those type of pins that I've created in the past that I know are successful. So that is pretty much my digital marketing strategy. In order to create a digital marketing strategy, I follow this process every single time for every single product and service in my business. So I will have lead generation strategies for how I'm generating leads and getting people into my ecosystem. And then I have those lead generation strategies funnel into a conversion system. The conversion system is basically what I use to convert people from leads to get them to be paying clients or customers. And so in the core, it's going to be the product or service that you offer. Now, I know I shared a lot in a little bit of time, so let me know if you have any questions about how to actually build a marketing hub like this. in the comments below this video. And again, if you want more detailed step-by-step for how you can actually do this, I will leave a link to my Marketing on Purpose class down in the description or the pinned comments. Listen, if it is not there, y'all, do not be yelling at me, okay? Do not be talking to me in all caps in the comments. Just give me a little friendly nudge and be like, Ebony, you forgot the link, okay? And I'll add it. Y'all know we be busy in these internet streets, okay? But that is pretty much my digital marketing strategy for how I create a marketing strategy for every single product and service in my business. I hope that this video has been helpful and that it helps you to create your own digital marketing strategies within your business. Listen, don't be in the comments talking about this video should have 1 million views if you have not smashed that like button and you have not commented below to let the YouTube algorithm know that it needs to show this video to more people. All right. Thanks so much for stopping by my internet home. If you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel so you can be the first one to get notified anytime I upload other videos just like this. All right, bye y'all.